Welcome to Title Talk with your host, Lynette Ferris, your go-to show for real estate, title, and escrow. From the first offer to the final closing, we deliver the knowledge and tools you need to buy, sell, and succeed with confidence.
Hey guys, it is your favorite closing agent here, Lynette at Serenity Title Group, and I'm here in my very first episode of Title Talk. And what better way to do it than with my favorite agent, Angie Hernandez-Perez, with the Cohen-Perez team over at Marzucco Real Estate. I am so excited to do this one with you. You
Oh
have
my
no
gosh,
idea.
amazing. I cannot wait. It's gonna be so much fun.
Oh my gosh. Have you seen her social media? She is hilarious. And she runs an incredible team, and she's such a wealth of knowledge that I could not imagine starting out this podcast with anybody other than Angie. So
Thank you.
I am
Thank you
so
very
excited
much.
you're here with me today. Thank you so
Woo!
much. Okay, well, let's get right into it. So why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself and who you work, what brokerage you work for?
Yeah, so I'm currently over at Marzucco, which I joined them in January. I absolutely love them. Prior to that, I started as a single agent over at Keller Williams.
Yeah.
And, did majority of my career there for a couple of years.
That's where I met you.
Yeah, that's
Oh
where
my
we
gosh.
met.
That's where I
where it all
fell in love with
started.
you.
Yeah, exactly.
I love it. Marzucco is such an incredible boutique real
It's
estate
amazing.
company.
It's amazing. Loyalty is my love language, right? So I started with KW only because I really wanted the knowledge. I didn't care about commission splits. I didn't care about any of that. I wanted the knowledge. My background was medical, so I wanted to become an expert in real estate.
Yeah.
And that's why I chose KW. But once I was there, I was loyal to KW. So it was really hard to, leave there and start over somewhere else. But if I would have known sooner, I would have made the change because Marzucco is truly a family.
100%.
Yeah.
I couldn't agree more. And seeing you there and being the leader that you are is what I love to see, because I feel like you're in your zone. This
Oh
is
my
what
God,
you were
so
made to
much.
do. So God, you got out of that medical field.
Yeah.
You were made for this. I see it's so much success with you and your team. You and Lisa are truly incredible. And what I love most is the role model you are for those younger agents that have no idea what they're doing. And not, long ago, you were a new agent too. And you
Right.
had to, work your way up. And now you're able to teach those youngins essentially how to
Absolutely.
do this. And so you're such a good leader and you have so much to say to them. And I watch you and I see it and I
Thank
love
you.
it. You are incredible.
Thank you. I feel that I'm finally, I don't know, it's like we have no barriers, right?
Yeah.
So, I coached Lisa, that's how we met. We met
Yeah.
over at our previous team and I coached her and we just clicked. And
Yeah.
right after that, we did a couple of transactions together and we decided to do, create our team. It's been nonstop since then. But when we transitioned, we're like, the sky's the limit.
I agree. And I think that you guys offer some like your knowledge, your experience, and the warm and fuzzies you give to your clients.
She gives the warm and fuzzy. I'm the whip.
I remember sitting with you two at an open house one time, and we were there for hours, right?
Yeah.
And I got to know you guys more in depth as a team. And it was just what you guys offer is just so good. I don't feel like every agent provides that. And I think that teamwork you guys have between the two of you and being so different personality wise
Absolutely.
really works in your favor. What would you say does something come to mind about a closing that you two have had where it was either good or bad, where your partnership really played a role into that closing, or that, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, I think that every single transaction is it tries you,
yeah.
and they just, it looks you in the face and they're like, all right, let's see what you've got, and a lot of times you have to deal with, obviously we deal with the public, right? So dealing with the public, you're dealing with a whole lot of different personalities, and I may be somebody's cup of tea and Lisa may not be, or, vice versa, but we truly see our strength when we say, you know what, let's divide and conquer.
Yeah.
If you are a better fit for this couple
Yeah.
or for this particular buyer or
Yeah.
seller, then you take hands on, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? And I'm in the back doing what we need to do, or vice versa. So every single transaction, we find our strength, we see who's a better connection, and we lead with that.
I love it because I've worked on many transactions with the two of you, and I can see how you guys work that into the
Yeah.
mix of it. This is why having a team is so important, guys, because
Absolutely.
if you're
Yeah.
just one person, you have one personality, and I find it to be favorable when there's two different personalities. Maybe one works better with the husband, one works better with the
Right.
wife, and we all have a common goal. And sometimes singular agents have to throw me in the mix
Oh my
just to
gosh.
have a different, a different perspective because they can't quite get through their couples. Make sure you guys are looking into that. And if you guys are looking to join a team, what better team to join but Lisa and Angie's
Our
Perez?
doors are open. We are taking on new agents. That I'm a
Yeah.
certified coach and I've been coaching new agents for a very, very long time. So if you're a new agent and this is your new goal, I mean, come on board. We go through a 12-week training process where, we teach you all the fundamentals so that you can be successful. And using the leverage of a team is a win.
It is. It really is. And she's also bilingual, guys. So if you guys are looking for a Spanish speaking coach, what better person than Angie?
Bienvenido.
Yeah. Which is so important because I don't speak Spanish. So it's helpful when people ask for a Spanish speaking agent. I always refer Angie. It's so important for people to feel connected to the agent that they work for. And it extends to the closing agent. So
Yeah.
even for me, it's like I love working with all of your customers, but everyone's thrilled with you. You're just incredible.
Thank you. Thank you. But I think it starts from the beginning, right? And I always tell agents, you're not selling homes, you're building relationships.
100%.
And it's all about having people connect with you and you connecting with them and finding that common ground where you start creating a relationship because that's how they're going to remember you. That's how they're going to refer you to their cousins, their friends, or their family because anybody could put a for sale sign outside of a door,
True.
but it's building that relationship, that connection,
Yeah.
and giving them that feeling where they're like, wow, they really went above and beyond for me.
Yeah,
That's
no,
really what it's all about.
that is what's important. You are selling yourself, and it's such a stressful time to sell a
Yeah.
house or even to buy. And I think that relationship is so important. And I think that's what's good about you. You're so versatile with your personality that you really can accommodate anybody in any situation, stressful or not stressful. You can find humor.
I
You can find
try.
solace. Yeah, you're definitely good. Do you have a funny or unforgettable showing story you can share?
Oh my gosh. This was actually a couple of months ago.
Okay.
Okay. So I was showing a house out in the Cape and it was a filled day. We were showing a whole bunch of houses that day. And I really wanted to get a lot in because these buyers were coming in from out of state.
Yes.
So we ended up going to this one house and I was super excited. As soon as they walked in, they were able to envision themselves in that home. So I knew it was the house.
Yeah.
And I'm walking with them and I'm showing them everything. We get to the owner's suite and there was this huge mannequin, okay?
No.
A huge mannequin dressed with like a wig, full on outfit, and it
What?
literally looked like a person. It took me like by surprise. I had no idea that
Yeah.
that mannequin was there. So as I walked in and I see this mannequin, totally lost it. I turned around, trampled my buyers. I was like a quarterback. I was like, oh my
no.
gosh. But they ended up buying the house. So it was
No.
great.
Oh my gosh. I love showing stories because everybody has something funny or unique that happens
Mhm.
with that, but you can't make this up. This is a story of your life as a realtor.
Seriously. Now I'm a
Um,
quarterback realtor.
I know, right?
Their closing gift was a little mannequin.
I love that. Who has been a big influence or mentor in your real estate journey?
Oh my gosh. Top two for sure are first of all, my sensei, which is John McLeod.
Oh my gosh. Love him.
He was such a fundamental part of who I am today.
Yeah.
Right. Because again, I started real estate not knowing real estate, no
Mhm.
background in real estate at all. And John challenged me,
Yeah.
right? And I don't get challenged easily,
Yes.
right? So he challenged me. I remember I would call him and he would say, "Well, why do you feel that way? Or why do you think that?
Mhm.
Or how did you get to that
Yeah.
conclusion?" And he taught me how to self-discover.
Yes.
And that is something that I've taught my
Yeah.
students,
Mhm.
right? And he's just unbelievable. Even to this day, if I'm going to make any changes or I have to make any big decisions, I call him.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's been years, but that's how important he is to me in my real estate
Aw.
career. My number two is definitely going to be Dina Catronio.
Aw.
She was a director of operations in
Mhm.
in my old team, and Dina for me represents strength.
Yeah.
She is just amazing.
Mhm.
She was director of operations. I was director of sales along with productivity coach, and we worked really, really close.
Mhm.
And whenever there was a situation where if I was going to lose it, I would look at her and she was all put together,
Yeah.
super profesh,
Mhm.
very, very just strong. She
Mhm.
represents strength to
Mhm.
me. And I just look up to her day after day for that.
You know what's funny is I look at you that way.
Oh, that's
And
sweet.
it's funny because you never know how people see you in the eyes. I'm sure Dina didn't know you thought that about
Mm-mm.
her. And so I look at you with so much strength. and
Oh,
admiration for who
thank
you
you.
are and how you handle situations over the course of years. That's why today she's here because I couldn't think of anybody better. I have so much hopes and dreams for us, Angie, in the future. And when I see my future self, I see you next to me. I'm so excited for what the future is going to hold, but I see you in that way. And
Thank you.
I'm sure other people out there definitely feel the same way as me too.
Thank you
But
very
and that's
much.
why I see you in that leader role. That's why I see so many people. I encourage you if you're lost and don't know what to do with your business, you call her. Angie, how do people reach you? What's your phone
Well,
number?
they can reach me at 239-216-6522. I'm always available. I'm always
Mhm.
one call away. You could text
Mhm.
me. We could set up lunch. We could
Yeah.
get together at the office. I can meet you, for coffee. Any questions you have, and it's never interest based, which is
Yeah.
why we make such great connections, right?
Yeah.
Because it's really truly about fixing each other's crown.
Mhm.
It's truly about seeing other people succeed, about helping others.
Mhm.
And Lisa and I always mess around and we're like, we're changing the real estate industry
Yeah.
one agent at a time.
Yes.
We're in sales, so we have that sleazy salesman,
Yeah.
reputation,
Yes.
right? And we work the other side of transactions sometimes, and those agents, you're like, oh my gosh, how are they
Mhm.
surviving in this real estate industry?
Yeah.
It's all about teaching. It's all
Mhm.
about educating,
Mhm.
whether you're working with a buyer, seller, or another agent,
Mhm.
right? Let's all work together as a team. That's why you and I have made such a connection for so many
100%.
years.
Yeah,
From
absolutely.
the moment we met,
Yeah.
we just clicked, and we've had like the same vision,
Yeah.
and
And
it's
not
just been
everybody's
amazing.
like that because who else genuinely cares about someone else's business? This could be a very self-absorbed,
Yeah.
selfish
Oh
type
yeah.
of industry, but I've seen you work with people on your team and you care about them more than yourself. And
Yeah.
that's a very selfless act to have and very rare to find. So that's why I encourage you if you're looking for somebody, I can't say it enough. This is the way to go. But she also offers coaching,
Yep.
which is another part of your business that you should be constantly educated in, somebody that will challenge you for sure. And she mentioned John McLeod, which is ironic because he is also my mentor as well. He's instrumental in me opening my own title company. I
Yeah.
don't know many
Yeah.
people that know that, but because he does challenge you and make you think in different ways. I mean, he's been an agent for probably 150 years,
Yep.
but that's why that knowledge and that confidence. And I think having a coach, a therapist, a spiritual belief is so important in your business and
Absolutely.
in your life. And so if you don't have anybody that's challenging you, you need to find somebody to do that. I mean, certainly reach out to Angie. You can reach out to John McLeod. He's over at Keller Williams. I
Mhm.
could give you his information too. He's more working with, I think, more seasoned agents,
Yep.
more
Absolutely.
top tier. I think the level of coaching is more of like taking it to the next level. Not that you're not doing that. It's more for, I think, your best market is agents that are newer or in the middle because she wants to get you to that next level. And I
Yep.
think
Yep.
you need that nourishing aspect of Angie to help you get there. And you certainly would because
Oh yeah.
I see your contracts come through my desk and I'm like, hello, how do you have so many? How are these agents getting so many? And I think that's important. It
Mhm.
just shows the success that she has. But girl, you are incredible, like literally
Thank
incredible.
you.
Let's see what else I have. If you weren't a realtor, what would you be doing? Ooh.
Oh man, that's a good question. So I think I definitely will be doing something. I have two, right? So I think I definitely will be doing something in law.
Okay,
Right? So I
okay,
would definitely,
yes.
I went to school for law,
Okay,
and I think I would probably have focused on something
yeah.
like that.
Mhm.
Or my passion, of course, in real estate is construction. So
Oh,
my father owned a construction company for many, many
wow.
years.
Mhm.
I saw him build from nothing, right?
Wow.
And I think I would have probably been building houses
Yeah,
at some point if I wouldn't
yes,
have gotten into real estate,
yeah.
in the selling aspect of it.
Wow, and you were incredible at that because I've seen your journey with that as well with people who are building new construction and
Yeah.
getting the land. You're the queen of it. You are the queen, and
Girl,
I
let
didn't
me
even
tell
know
you,
that.
I started my real estate career selling vacant lots,
Yes.
and people were like, "What? You're never gonna, build anything." And
Mhm.
selling vacant lots, I would knock doors to builders,
Yeah.
and I would tell builders, "I'll go find you the lots. Tell me
Mhm.
what you're looking for." I swear, I could stand in front of a lot, and I know if it's wetland,
Yes.
if there's burrowing owls, if there's turtles. Like I've become like a DEP
Yes.
expert, right? So, that's how I started,
Yeah.
knocking doors, and I built great relationships with builders. I understand the process.
Yeah.
And even when somebody comes up to me, they're like, "Hey, I want new construction." I'm like, "You're in the right place. Let's
Yeah.
do it."
100%. That is what is so good about you. You're so versatile, you're so confident, you're educated. You really know what you're doing, which is why being in the role that you're in, having new agents come on your team is important because you're learning from the best. And I
Thank
think
you.
that's what's really important. And so, is there anything, what could you leave your viewers with that you want them to walk away after meeting you today? And and how can they reach you? And again, so we can just make sure that everybody knows because you have to call her, literally. And if you're watching, I hope you're writing this down.
Well, first of all, obviously this is driven towards, newer agents or agents that are just stuck,
Yeah,
right?
stuck
I
agents.
mean, a couple of years ago, you didn't need any skill to survive in the real estate
It's true.
business.
Mhm.
There were buyers falling out of the sky. You didn't need to negotiate any repairs. People were coming in with no contingencies,
Mhm.
no inspections, so on and so forth. And you didn't need skill.
Yeah,
Now you're in a market where you need skills no
you
matter what
do.
you're doing.
Mhm.
So those agents are the agents that are fell out of production,
Mhm.
or don't know where to start, or have gone back to corporate jobs
Yeah.
because they didn't have the skill to survive or to be flexible in an
Mhm.
ever-changing market.
Mhm.
So what I would like them to take away from this conversation is don't give up.
Mhm.
Don't give up,
Mhm.
because it's real estate is an emotional roller coaster,
Yeah.
right? And there's going to be days where you're going to feel that maybe real estate is not for me.
Yeah.
Am I even meant to do this,
Mhm.
right? But don't give up. It's all in the struggle, and we never know enough, right? We
True.
are never experts in what we
Mhm.
do. There's always room for growth.
Mhm.
There's always room for somebody to give us a suggestion to make us a better version of
Yeah.
ourselves. So if you are stuck and you need help, by all means, like Lisa and I are an open book, full transparency.
Mhm.
Our team is all about not us growing, but
Mhm.
you growing and building businesses. And our biggest dream is to see agents build their own teams in the
I
future.
know. I love that. That's
So
so
give us
good.
a call.
Yeah, give us a call. I will be linking all of her socials, her email and her phone number will be linked below for sure. You guys need to reach out to her. She's with Marzucco Real Estate. They
Yep.
have an office in downtown Naples, a
Downtown Naples. Yep.
beautiful office, great technology. That brokerage in and of itself is incredible, but having you there is
Thank you.
I cannot wait to see your next contract come across our desk at Serenity Title Group, hopefully through Lisa's team and Angie's team. Cohan Perez team is the
Yep.
name of the
Yep.
team. Okay, well, guys, check out her social media, reach out to connect, reach out for coaching. I can't wait to work with you guys soon. And thank you so much for joining us today. Title
Thank you
Talk.
guys.
High
Bye.
five, babes.